They traded my sanctuary for a set of hubcaps. I'm 24, and for the last 6 months, my vintage 1964 Gibson guitar was the only thing keeping me sane. It wasn't just an instrument, it belonged to my grandfather, the man who taught me that music is the only language that doesn't lie. I was crashing at my sister Sarah's place while I transitioned to a new city. I paid rent, I bought the groceries, and I kept my gear tucked away in the back of the guest closet. Or so I thought. Tuesday evening, I get home from a double shift at the diner. I go to grab my case for a little late night practice, and the corner of the closet is empty. Just bare carpet and dust. I ran into the kitchen, heart hammering against my ribs. Sarah was scrolling on her tablet. I asked her, "Where is it? Where's the Gibson?" She didn't even look up. She just said, "Oh, Mike sold it to some guy on Marketplace. His truck needed new tires and a lift kit. And you weren't even playing it that much anyway." I couldn't breathe. $4,000 of history sold for a set of oversized tires. My brother-in-law traded my heritage for aesthetic. I didn't scream. I didn't even argue. I just grabbed my laptop and started hunting. I spent 36 hours straight scouring every local listing, every pawn shop, every buy-sell trade group in a 50-mile radius. On Thursday, I found him. A collector 3 towns over posted a new arrival photo. There it was. The same worn finish. The tiny cigarette burn on the headstock from 1972. I drove there like a maniac. I showed the guy photos of my grandpa playing it at the USO. I showed him the serial number I had memorized since I was 10. I told him they didn't have the right to sell it. The collector was a good man. He saw the desperation in my eyes. He told me Mike had practically begged him to take it for $800 cash. A total steal. He gave it back to me for exactly what he paid. When I walked back into Sarah's house with that case, Mike was in the driveway, admiring his new look. He started yelling, saying I was stealing from the family, that the money was already spent. I looked him dead in the eye and said, "You didn't sell a guitar, Mike. You sold your seat at my table." I packed my car in 20 minutes. Sarah kept crying that I was overreacting over some old wooden wire, but as I drove away, feeling the weight of that case in the passenger seat, I knew some things are sacred and some people just aren't worth the song.